For my Juxtaposing Journeys project, I decided to use animal form as my book, a book I read last year. Although the book itself is about animals, George Orwell, the author, uses the novel as an allegory for the Russian Revolution, which essentially depicted a proletariat uprising. The motif of power is characterized as an essential part of the book, and it is the catalyst for much of the struggles and divisiveness amongst the characters. Most notably, the characters Napoleon and Snowball engage in a constant rat race throughout the early parts of the novel to try and obtain supreme leadership of the farm. Especially the colluding Napoleon, who resorts to many personal insults and becomes so power-hungry that he outs Snowball and spreads completely false rumors, such as him becoming a defector. A prime example of the sheer necessity of power comes in page 69 and 70 when Napoleon proclaims of Snowball's alleged malfeasances, saying, and I quote, "Comrades, do you know who is responsible for this? Do you know the enemy who has come in the night and overthrown our windmill? Snowball." He suddenly roared in a voice of thunder, "Snowball has done this thing." This entire power struggle between the pigs, however, is not the main message that Orwell is trying to send across to the reader. Orwell demonstrates, instead, that their good-for-nothing rat race is a cancer upon the other animals in the farm. He's trying to signify the profound negative impact that seeking power has on the people outside. The overworking of the animals is the best example of this effect. When the windmill gets destroyed in Chapter 6, Napoleon uses it solely to establish his rule over the farm and finish the rat race with Snowball by blaming it all on him. The animals, in response to this, have to completely build the windmill from scratch, and it turns into a truly arduous process, highlighting Orwell's true message. Now you may be wondering, and it's definitely an important question for this project, how do pigs fighting have anything to do with my life? The struggle to obtain power is a naturally occurring theme in all parts of life. Whether it's simply trying to control all parts of a group project or seeing politicians and their never-ending corruptness, we see this fight so often. This struggle is something that I see reflected as I've grown in my own life. While I'm grateful to belong to a community that is so close-knit and full of culture, the mentality of competitiveness is never one that truly goes away. This rat race has taken a mental toll amongst parents, children, and everyone in between. While on the outside, it is a picture-perfect image. Underneath, there is contempt and tension that comes with living in a world where everyone is trying to outdo one another and gain the upper hand, which is exactly what Animal Farm demonstrates. A seemingly perfect society marred by constant power struggle. Trying to live up to the perfect standards set by a random individual through whispers and small remarks about academic successes, relationships, etc. is brutal. I struggle to share anything with these so-called family friends, such as my school schedule, because I know that one person will look at me with jealousy and another with a sense of hubris, seemingly because their schedule is way tougher. It is the weight that seems unbearable and one that never seems to leave my mind. It parallels the same physical toll that much of the animals experience, as they themselves are the victims of all the infighting and corruption that's going on.